Welcome to Ruth on Demand. So, over the years, I have consistently seen how much stress is in our lives, and it's getting even worse because there's so much more going on. Things are more frenetic. People are trying to get back to kind of a new normal or something different. So they're learning something new. The whole idea of buying habits and selling and workforce are all different today as well. And so I have found that 80% of our stress is time induced. And so if you think, wow, that's a lot, you might think, well, I'm going to say with everything that's going on now, it might even be more than that, but I'm just being generous and using the 80-20 rule. So 80%, think of that, of our stress has to do with time. And as a result, are we making more errors? Are we feeling that we never have any downtime? Do we find that we're too exhausted by the end of the day where you don't feel like going anywhere or really being engaged in conversation or with anyone? So, what I'm going to ask you is that what is your biggest challenge right now around time, or what are your three top stressors? And check for yourself to see if it's because you're exhausted, if you have too much to do, if you're not spending your time on things you really want to spend it on because work keeps taking precedent. I'm going to share three time challenges that I have right now. And that is, one is I'm not exercising consistently. Now, thing is, I'd like to let go of some extra pounds. And one of the ways that has worked for me in the past is to exercise, is to go do, I love Zumba, or I love to dance. I like to take long walks early in the morning and then get an iced tea and then walk back. And as I'm walking, I'm listening to a replay in business, but it's calm. It's calm for me because I can turn it off at any time. But I'm finding it's causing me stress because every day I say, tomorrow I'm going to exercise. And I actually plan for it first thing in the morning, and then I don't do it. And what is happening is there's so much going on with business, and I've expanded this year to include ghostwriting in my business, as well as brand social, which is helping others do what I'm doing now, helping you with your social media. So those are two new divisions. So there's just a lot going on, and plus everything else that we're doing. And so I'm not exercising consistently. But then most recently, I heard that someone lost a lot of weight just by dancing 30 minutes a day in their home. And so tomorrow, do you hear that often? Tomorrow, why didn't I start it today? But tomorrow, I'm going to start dancing in the kitchen for 30 minutes throughout the day. So I might go 10, 10, and 10, or I might go 15. We'll just see how it goes. And I have a stair stepper or a steps. What is it? A step tracker, that because my goal is to do at least 12,000 steps a day. And so that's causing me stress. And it's a time issue, right? It's a time issue, and it's a mindset issue. I am allowing work to there's a word, to hijack. I am allowing the work that I have to do to hijack my health. And that's not okay because that is so not in alignment with who I am. The second major time stress that I have is I'm grabbing food. So let me explain. Don't have a whole lot left on these. I'm grabbing food. Now, it's not fast food, but I am spending a fortune going to two places that have ready-made food that I believe are healthy. But that is really expensive to do. And why is that? Because I just haven't made the time to make a salad for me. Now, here's the interesting thing. So you know that there's mindset involved here. My eldest son and his family are here for a couple of weeks, and almost every night I make dinner, and I make this beautiful large green salad. Excuse me. And I used to do that all the time, but I won't make it for myself. What's going on? And it's causing me stress. I'm going to have more water. Thank you. So for those of you that are grabbing fast food or ready-made food, either way, it's probably not the healthiest. And does it cause me stress? It causes me stress only because it's costing a fortune. I mean, a fortune to get healthy food already made, what I think is healthy, when I could just go to the grocery store, grab some lettuce, some tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, whatever, cheese, make my delicious, easy salad dressing and be done with it. And then do some chicken. It's not that hard. And so what's holding me back? What's holding me back is the fear that I am not going to have time to do what I have to do if I do that, which doesn't even make sense because it takes time to get in the car, go to those places, grab the food, pay for it, come home. Okay. So I'm saying that we all have the mindset that, or belief system that's preventing us from de-stressing. And we just need to look at it. We don't really need to know why. We need to just be aware that it exists and figure out a way what we can do about it. Okay. The third stress that I have, time stress, is that I have too much on my plate. No pun intended. Too much on plate, which is equivalent to too much to do. So it's interesting. I have a team. I have a team. I have a bookkeeper. I have a computer whiz who, when my computer's down, he can get into my computer immediately. I have social media content person that's phenomenal. I have a marketing producer for events and things of that sort. I have a client concierge. I mean, I've got a beautiful, beautiful team. And I'm not the one that needs to be directing the traffic. And so I just shared, I sent off an email. I've had it, and I've had it for a while. But today was the day, which is a good day, because I did something about it. All I had to do was send an email to my marketing director and say, you do this. You're great at project management. You know everybody. You know what needs to be done. You know the events coming down the pike. You take care of it, because I want to spend time writing books, helping my clients write books, with my ghostwriting clients, doing strategy sessions, going to events, meeting new people, just spending a little time thinking and quiet and planning, listening to replays of some phenomenal coaches that I've signed up with this year. So And I have to say, just knowing that that piece has been taken off of my plate. I still have to oversee, but I'm not going to do the managing every day. Not going to do it. And everyone on my team is now, they're excellent. They're excellent what they do, and it's time for them to really step up to another level where they're suggesting what needs to be done and what they can do. So that is going to help with the part with too much on my plate. What's going to help with grabbing food? The only thing that's going to happen there is that it's basically a mindset shift, and that instead of going and buying prepared food, I go to the supermarket. And if that means I go, or farmers market, and if that means I go once a day to make fresh food, I don't have to go once a day, but you know what I'm saying. And then I make extra, so be it. Another way to do that is add someone to my team to come in to make lunches for me that with my own food. And they go shopping, and I let them know what needs to happen. Because at the end of the day, you might think, oh, Ruth, who can afford that? Who cannot afford that? You want to eat healthy. You want to eat healthy. You have to go to the grocery store anyway. And we're not talking about hiring someone every single day. They could make something that could be healthy, and you can eat it for 3 days. The first day, and then they freeze the rest, whether it's soups, different types of soups, or main meals, or casseroles, or whatever. But at least you have control over how much salt, how much fat goes into it. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. And then on the not exercising part is, I've known about this dancing for 30 minutes for about a week now, and I haven't done it. And I can chalk it up that I was on vacation last week, which I was. However, there's already, yesterday, and I didn't do it, but starting today. And I think the more important part with all of this is that you don't get into this judgment piece. You don't judge yourself, because when you judge yourself, it really hurts your spirit. It's basically going, you shouldn't do that. Why did you do that? You're bad. You're wrong. That's how we treat ourselves. That's what we say to ourselves. Even though we can't hear it, that's what we're thinking. And it does not do us any good. It is demotivating. But if you identify what the time stressors are, just maybe the top 3 as I have here, and then you think, okay, what am I going to do about it? And by when? All of a sudden, you take the judgment out and you move into action. And when you move into action, you move into momentum. And when you move into momentum, that is sweet, because that's what keeps the ball rolling. So for any other help, just as always, I'm getting wonderful, wonderful questions sent into me. You can email me, or on any of the social media platforms, you can connect with me. If you like what you hear and what you see, then please go ahead and subscribe. I would love for you to do that, and join in my community. Until next time.